Phil is here. He's going to give us a hand with Sunday lunch because quite often people like to cook for their mums, don't they, on Mother's Day?
And most people can't cook or don't want to cook.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to make it as easy as possible. Yeah. So we've got a salmon dish.
I fall into both those categories.
Yes, well, you need to pay attention. Here it is.
Oh,
this is a salmon fillet.
Crusty.
Crusty. It's got a spiced crust. We've got some tomatoes there. Very, 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 very simple. And I've also got a clotted cream mousse there.
Have you made that specially for me?
Yeah, no calories. And it sets in about 8 seconds. Oh, so it's really cool. Nice. We need to get a move on. And also, we'll talk about mash a bit later on.
Controversially.
Controversially. Right, let's talk about salmon. Here's a salmon here. It's about 750 grams, something like that. And I've got a spice mix. Here I've got onion powder, I've got celery salt, I've got cayenne powder, I've got paprika, I've got allspice, cumin, oregano. Buy more in the supermarket. Yeah, mix them up and you get like a lovely paste. Now, use a little whiff of that.
Yeah, very nice.
Eamon?
It's kind of
I know you're not really interested
curried.
Told you. Yeah. So, first of all, we're just going to put a little bit of salmon onto the... salt onto the salmon and then just sprinkle on, quite liberally, the spice mix.
Is it easy to buy a whole piece of salmon like that? Or you can just get the fillets if you can't, I suppose, can't
or
you?
the tails even, which are half the price, pretty much, or a third less the price. Now, over here I've got a pan, and then I've got about 3 or 4 tablespoons of oil. I'm just going to turn that off now because it's nice and warm.
Just vegetable oil do you use?
Any oil will do.
Yeah.
And then you've got quite a spice crust on there. So what you do is you then literally start at the back there, don't rush, and just put that down onto the salmon like that.
Because it doesn't matter if it falls off because you're laying the fish on top of it.
Exactly. And what the idea is to get a bit of a crust. Mustn't burn them, but already you can smell that lovely crust. And then we'll flip it back over onto a tray in an oven or under a grill for around about 12 to 14 minutes.
Because it cooks really quickly, salmon. Yeah.
Take it out and leave it. We'll come back to that in a second.
OK.
Now, something which you both love here, cauliflower couscous.
Never had cauliflower
Why wouldn't you just
couscous.
have mashed potatoes with it?
Because you are, Emma. Do you think I'd do a cookery item when I didn't give you some sort of potato?
I'm just waiting for my potatoes. That was...
It's no point
anyway.
sometimes. but this works really well.
Well, see, I don't like normal couscous.
No,
so
which is here.
Cauliflower couscous.
Yes, now, here I've got a cauliflower. So that we've broken the cauliflower into florets like that. Yeah. OK? I've chewed up in a food processor, so it looks like that. OK? Yeah. In here, I've got 1 onion, or 2 onions, which I've sautéed, and all I've done is add the cauliflower to it. OK. And you give it a couple of minutes just to soften, OK? Now, cauliflower is 98% water, or 96%
is it?
water. Yes, it is.
It's a lot.
So are you, Ruth.
Yeah.
You're 96%
Yes, the body.
Right.
Just point
here,
that
in my
out.
brain this morning.
Now, the couscous, you can see we've reconstituted. Doesn't look particularly nice, does it?
No.
No, it doesn't.
Doesn't appeal to me at all,
no,
couscous.
But what you do is you add the onions and the cauliflower, because that moisture is coming out of the cauliflower as well, that seasons the couscous.
OK.
OK, so you bake that up, and we add to that some herbs and bits and pieces. So I'm going to add a little touch of oil. In that goes. A couple of tablespoons of oil. We've then got the herbs, we've got basil and coriander.
You're making this very interesting, Phil.
Hey!
We have to because it's like a bit of cardboard otherwise, isn't it?
Lots and lots of pepper, yes. I know I'm sort of swimming against the flow here, I know that. We'll come back to that in a second. But you leave that just to marinate and that reconstitute, because you have reconstituted already, but that couscous takes on the flavour of the cauliflower and the onions. If you don't like couscous, Ruth, trust me,
I'll trust you.
Now, back to this here. Here's the salmon, and what you do... So I was going to tip it out, but I'm not going to. I'm going to use a spatula.
Yeah.
Because
Can I help?
No, that's fine. No, that's fine. Because the salmon's not cooked, you can just turn it over like that.
OK.
That goes into the oven or the grill, 12 to 14 minutes. All right? We'll let that rest.
So you don't have to grill it. You can, because I'm always worried about grilling. I'll forget it and burn it.
No, you can.
No, but you can put it on the oven rather than the grill.
You can also turn it over and let it saute in the pan very gently. Now, we come on to the mashed potato in a minute. Here's a quick pudding. So...
I can tell already I'm going to love this because I've seen clotted cream, I've seen lemons,
Here's a great recipe for you. Clotted cream. In that goes into
I might have to lick
milk.
that bowl, really.
Go on, then.
Thank you.
Creme fraiche.
What, this is for your mashed potato?
No, no, no. No, I just said we come on to that. This is pudding.
Oh, sorry.
Lemon curd. In that goes. And then you just literally whisk this together. This is how easy it is, OK, till it just comes into the... And then you add lemon juice or lime juice.
Yeah.
Zest. And I'll show you this.
Is that lemon and lime zest?
Yes. Yeah. And you'll see that'll pretty much... Here it goes. It'll set. Get thicker
so is that
already.
the lemon that's setting
yes,
out?
It reacts with the condensed milk. Look, that'll thicken straight. Look, there you go.
Oh, clever.
OK, now... What you then do is pop it into these little cups here. Eamon, don't worry, I haven't forgotten about your mash. And then add a little bit of sherbet on top.
Yes.
And a little bit of lemon zest.
Sherbet.
Yes.
You can have a taste of that, Ruth.
I will, don't worry.
Here is the salmon. So we've cooked it for about 15-20 minutes. OK, what happens is it will come out the oven and it'll still be cooked. It'll still be slightly undercooked.
Very zesty, very zesty.
And you break it open. So look at that, it's absolutely perfectly cooked. So you serve it with a spoon. Now, there's a bit of creme fraiche to go on top.
This is absolutely delicious.
Mashed